What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're doing something a little different today. We have some blinds behind us. We partnered with a company called Select Blinds. They sent us a bunch of blinds and we are gonna be putting these up. These are supposed to be easy to put up yourself. We're redoing the entire house. We had these kind of pull down and push up blinds before. This time we opted for a little cooler blinds with some electric motors in them. They have options for with and without. You guys can definitely find a little code in our description to say 5% off. They have sales all the time. This is 5% off to any additional sale that they have. So it's great. So we're gonna start off with an unboxing here. I don't have any experience really doing this at all. We have our father-in-law here, my father-in-law here, who does, I don't know, handyman contracting. I don't know what it's called. He like builds and fixes everything for everyone. And so he's gonna help us put them up or one up, and then I have to do the rest. I'm not even sure. I don't know what's happening. But we're gonna unbox these to figure out what we need, and hopefully it's a simple process. I'm gonna bring my wife into this in a little bit, and we'll kind of go through the whole setup and how it works, and if this works for you guys, awesome. But let's get started right now. All right, guys, to keep this simple, we're just gonna open up one box. We had to measure them ourselves on all the walls, and then we sent in our measurements all online. Super easy to work with. They're super responsive on everything. And hopefully our measurements were perfect. I'm hoping that each box contains stuff for like per window, so I don't have to open all 4 boxes at once. Please be careful not to cut the blind operation cord when opening this package. Oh God. All right, you guys see that? They have a little warning there, which means somebody in the past has for sure cut that. So we're just being careful cutting all this stuff out. All right, we got all these little boxes in here. Ooh, all taped together. So like I said, we did opt for the battery remote. It wasn't too much extra, so we decided to go for that. And it comes with a remote control. And I believe the remote control operates a bunch of different settings. So you can set like a remote control for upstairs and downstairs if you want. Our windows are all, I don't know, normal height. We don't have any windows that are too tall that we like absolutely need a remote for to operate like some houses. But it's just kind of nice to have that option. Ooh. So obviously they have different finishes, different colors. We went with this white. I don't know, it's like a beigey, feels a little canvasy. Let's scope this out. So this is what we went for. I mean, it's a blind, guys. I mean, so far there's nothing, it doesn't look like I need anything. These are all plugs. These say US plugs, US plugs. So do they put all of our plugs and outlets in one box? Yep, these are all plugs. So these are all plugs, these are all batteries. And then we got 2 remotes here. So the box I opened had 1 set of blinds, all my plugs and batteries. I'm gonna see if I can open up a smaller box. My goal is to find something that has what kind of tools we need, maybe some sort of operation manual or setup. Hey guys, look, more blinds. Oh, this has like 2 sets of blinds, so they're a little bit smaller. So I know that you guys know how to unbox things, but I'm cutting along the tape lines here because they are blinds, they are cloth, and they are pretty close to the top. So if you start cutting into the middle here, you're going to cut your blinds, guys. Another set, which means, of course, the last one that I open has what I'm looking for. Okay, guys, luckily we were able to find it. We found a few things here. So in one of the boxes, underneath one of the blinds, we found all these. So it comes with all the brackets for the wall, a ton of anchors, ton of screws, everything that you need. I hope this is overload, like extra, but this might be for everything. Brackets go on the wall, and obviously these connect onto the brackets themselves. So our first location that we're gonna be working on is this area here. So as I was reading as well, you get this cool little high attention thing that kind of talks about the remote. So I'll give you a little more info here. So the remotes are able to control 5 to 15 shades. If it doesn't work, simply change your battery. It's already programmed, ready to go for us. We don't have to program anything. So they ask you not to program it at all. And then their instructions are actually online. So we actually found their instructions here to keep everything eco-safe. So we're gonna use this. I've actually put up like blinds before and it's been pretty easy. I'm hoping these are kind of the same. The only difference with these is going to be the battery operation itself. So we're gonna be putting blinds here, here, and here. And we did 3 separate ones. We're actually putting them on the inside grooves of this. Our baseboards and all that junk is custom made. So we measured from in here. You can see where our old blinds were before. They were put up top, pulled down. So we took everything out and measured everything here. We're not gonna have blinds up top. And then this is our first set. So we're gonna do this room as our staging room to show you guys. And after that, we're gonna do the whole house. We might do some time lapse or do whatever, but I'm gonna show you guys how it works. Then when it's all done, we'll show you the operation of the battery, and I will give you my honest opinion on how easy it really was or how hard it was for a photographer, and interior decorator and hairstylist to put this together. Okay guys, so one cool thing that I found out, there's a ton of these plugs and a ton of these batteries, so they send you a plug per battery, and in my mind, you had to have these plugged into the wall to get that going, but that's actually, it's a battery, so it's chargeable. So these are just charging cables, meaning that, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of these. We have 12 blinds, if that makes sense. So we have 12 batteries. So you just charge these. So really, if you had a couple of these on hand, throw the rest in the garage. That's all you really need out. So they send you way more than you need, which is nice because in case you lose them, but it seems to be just a regular DC plugging outlet charge thing that you guys can use. Yeah, just simple. But here's the battery, looks pretty chill. And then we're gonna charge these. So we're gonna be charging these batteries throughout, and then depending on how your usage is the life of the battery. So here we go. Here's the charging aspect of it. And then simple red light means it's not charged. And then you get your green light when it's charged. So we'll see how long that's in. I'll give you guys an update on what it comes with. I don't know if it comes with any amount of battery at all, or if we have to do the whole thing all at once. Just to give you guys kind of a variance of where we're starting, this is what we have now. This is gonna come down. So these were white, beigeish white. I mean, they're nice, they're good, for what they do, but they're not motored, right? And they come down and they go up, and also they're very see-through. What we like about this, though, is there's no cord, so no choking hazards, anything like that. There's no cord on these, except for maybe something like this big one. This really tall one right here has a cord that kind of goes to the side now because of the height of it, because we can't reach up to pull down, so they have to add a cord to it. So we're replacing these, and the ones that we're doing upstairs, we actually added a black backing, or a, like, I don't know, I don't want to call it a blackout, but that way no light kind of comes through. We also did a blackout to that room because light comes in through that room as well. So that's kind of where we're at with it.
Lindsay, so I am partnering with Select Blinds along with Jeramie Lou, and we are going to show you how easy it is to install these blinds in your home without the help of a professional if you don't have access to one. We chose to go with the professional route because why not? So I wanted to show you on each blind, it will tell you exactly which room you're looking for and what window it goes to. So here we are with the master middle window. It gives you the dimensions along with the room. So there's no mistakes on swapping blinds for different windows. You just have to look for that code and you will know exactly where to put your blinds. Also for the instructions, I have it set up on my laptop. This is the easiest way to go back to see where you're supposed to be at along with your instructions. So we're starting with step 1, mounting the brackets. There's a lot of pieces and so we're gonna take it slow. Once we get the first couple done, it's gonna be easy from there.
Okay guys, as we get set up here, you're gonna need a few tools with this. So you're gonna need a drill with a drill bit. It's a what, 5/64? 5/64 drill bit. It comes with all the screws. That's just to make sure that your anchor and your screw go in easily so you're not forcing it to do anything weird. And then if you have a second drill, then you can add your Phillips drill bit into it. This is our setup here. We have those two things. You're gonna want a pencil to draw everything down. Our tools are all right here. And I mean, a couple extra things, you know, it's just to cut boxes and stuff open.
Tape measure.
Tape measurer for sure. And then the first step that they want you to do is measure from the edge 2 to 4 inches out. Since we've used Select Blinds in the past, actually our old blinds, the ones that I showed you guys a second ago, are from them. I don't know if I mentioned that. These it's kind of the same setup, so I feel like it's gonna be really easy. These are our old markings before. So our old markings before were 2 inches off of the edge, and these are our new lines right now. So it's basically kind of the same thing. So we got a cool little cheat going on, but it's easy to remember. So every edge you're doing 2 inches to the side, 2 inches to the side, and that's how you get started. So that's the first step.
Measure, and they want you to put this, center this over your mark, and they want it out to the front of the window. So are you gonna say it?
I got it. Do what you gotta do.
All right, so they say measure from the side, 2 to 4 inches. We're gonna go with 2 inches since that's where it previously was. Make a mark there. And then it says to center the bracket over your mark and pull it out to the front edge of your window. And then make a mark where your hole is gonna go. All right, then you're gonna pre-drill that with a 5/64 drill. So we'll pre-drill that. It's screwed up there. If you hit something solid, you're in good shape. If you don't, you may need the anchors that they supply with the screws. Okay, we hit something good. So that's the first one. Do the same thing on the other side. And with this one, we will need one in the middle because of the length of the shade.
So they gave us a bunch of extra brackets. I have to assume there's a ton of extra brackets. So like Dave said, the longer ones will have an extra bracket in the middle just to hold that weight. But most of ours are just gonna have the 2 brackets. These are kind of our biggest windows. The downstairs might have 3 brackets too. And if you have it, why not, right? They just kind of snap into place.
Yeah.
Semi-pro tip, go slow with your drills. Guys, you don't want to strip anything. If you strip a screw, it just takes way longer. You have to get something else to pull it out. So that's a little good test there. If you can jiggle it or move it, and even pull a screw out easily, you need an anchor on there. Of course, you need something like a stud finder, but locations like these are a little bit different just because they are under the window, so there's beams, so there's extra wood where it's not like a regular stud on a wall where it's every 2 feet, that's a stud. So we're gonna anchor with the supplied anchor. I have a feeling these edges are gonna be cool without anchors, and the centers might have to have an anchor just the way the windows are built.
If you take a hammer and tap it up in there gently, because you don't want to bend it. I just use a small hammer because you don't need anything too heavy duty. That didn't do what it's supposed to do. I'll have to look on the instructions and see if that's what it says first. Just to make sure, because it didn't say this could be for outside.
What you want to realize is that there's actually 2 ways to mount this depending on where you guys are putting this. And if we're looking at it here, you have a screw on one end, and then a screw hole on one end, and then you have 2 screw holes on another end. And so we have ours going like this. So we're gonna screw into there. But if you had, maybe you don't have a ledge here, maybe you're doing what we call an outside mount, then you would do something like this, and it's still connected, like so. So there are extra screws built in to this product, so that if you have to do that, you can do that. So we only need that 1 screw because we're going up and into where we're using. All right, just a quick update on the battery here, guys. I told you I would tell you how long it would take to charge. I've already changed one out. So it took about 10 minutes to charge 1 battery. So you have 1 battery fully charged, meaning that I'm hoping that it came 75, 80% charged already, or even 100% charged by the time we put it in. It was down to like 90%. So I'm charging a couple of them. Yeah, even this one over here is charged, ready to go. So I'm gonna switch that out and just keep charging as we go. But it's pretty quick, so you don't have to wait too long. So we're in the process of hooking up the battery to this. So we haven't looked at really directions or anything yet. So we're gonna try to wing ding it.
All right, so it comes, cables are marked in this bag right here. And it says to clip the motor cable into the battery pack, and be sure antenna cable is positioned away from head rail and out of contact with any metal, because any metal can interfere with your antenna for your remote. So we're going to connect this up, plugs into here. Clicks in. This is your charging cable, so I suppose we could probably remove that.
Do you need it on to keep charging after?
You're gonna keep charging after?
Well, we have to charge it like, how do we charge it?
You have to take it off.
Let's say you have to take it off, yeah.
It probably could just tuck in there.
Or is there a way for it to tuck in like here?
Okay, so it clips on to the back side here.
Oh yeah, when it goes up.
Hooks in like that. So basically just kind of leans over and hooks on. So pretty simple. I guess we can pull it down here so the wire's out of the way. And that's pretty much it for installing the battery. That was pretty simple.
Alright, we brought my dad in to help us out. We are now installing the shade. We've mounted the front. Jamie! Jamie! Get out there and pick up the dog poop now or they're not gonna mow the lawn. Hurry up, they're here.
That's it.
That's it.
That's your job every single morning on Wednesdays.
So basically, you've got 2 lips on the top of your rail. We have another one open here that we can show them. Got 2 channels. Of course, your fabric's going to be to the outside. So this front edge will clip into a little lip that's on your clip. Goes down like this, and you push it up and clip it in. Pretty simple. Went in really nice.
So, I mean, theoretically, guys, that process was cake. I mean, right? We just installed the brackets up to there, 2 inches to the side. And at that point, if you don't have the battery, you can just put that right up right there and it's done, right? As long as it's anchored, it's tight, it's good, you just clip it on. Dave did the long one by himself. We just let him do it by himself. The only thing different with the battery now is we actually just put the battery in before that process. So 1-step process, put it on, battery, 3-step process, and we're in. We're gonna plug in the remote to test it out to see how it works. But that's it, guys. And the cool thing is when it came all bundled up and small and all that. So we just kind of put it up. It's fairly light, so we didn't have to worry about it. So that was one. So we're gonna get the battery or the remote going. Let's see what we got. Okay, guys. So it comes with the remotes. Everything's pre-programmed for you, and this is one of the remotes. So on the back of the remotes, it'll tell you remote 1 or remote 2. We have 2 different remotes. We opted for. They gave us some options. I can't remember the options. But basically, we asked for 2 remotes, one for upstairs, one for downstairs. The remote is pretty firm. It's pretty nice. It feels like a little bit wider than an Apple remote, but it feels really good. And basically, you have your up, your down, your stop, your down, and then this changes your channel. So each remote, we have it for upstairs. We just have to change a channel per blind. And I'll show you where to find that on the blinds themselves. But basically, you're just gonna push up or down, and there's a Wi-Fi signal there. The cool thing with it is you push it once, and it'll actually go the whole time. We'll show you guys in a second. To stop it, you stop it. If you need to stop it in midway, but it's like a garage, right? You push it once, it'll work, so you can walk away. When you wake up in the morning, you just pop it up, and it'll all turn on. In order to find out where it is on each one of your blinds, they've actually marked it for you. So ours is right here, and that says channel number 2, remote, channel number 6, remote number 2, right in there. And sorry, you guys can't see that. It is bright like fire right there. And so it's on each one. So if you ever get stuck, on which is which, just take a peek right there. You don't have to memorize anything or anything weird like that. So Dave's just finagling a few things right here, and then we are going to show you guys how it works. Process, pretty simple still so far, right?
If you're doing the inside mount, you're going to want to make sure this is out far enough so that your battery has room, because your battery sits on the back of the rail right there. This is your antenna. You want to make sure that's as far away from any metal obstructions as possible so it doesn't interfere with your remote. All right, we can do another one.
So this is remote 2. So let's show you guys how it works. We've actually set it already to 6, but to set it, it's just a left and right. So we know that's 6. We're just gonna push down. And that's it. It takes about 20 seconds for it to go down, 20 seconds for it to go up. But you can set this on. I'm curious to see if they made the left and right windows the same channel for us. If not, we would just have to switch channels and cut it up. But it'd be cool if it was the same one and we can just push down at the same time. So we'll see if they thought about that when we sent it in. And everything we sent in was based on us. So technically it'd be our bad. But look, is that cool or what?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna show you the stop function. Stop, up, it's instant, right? So the antenna is right over there. We're gonna stop, stops right away. And just keep going up, boom. I only have to push it once, I have to push it softly. It works out really, really well. And like I said, we opted for the darker We opted for like, I think it's like a darker backing. It's not a blackout. I mean, I guess it's considered a blackout, but this will make our room a lot more cooler at night and then darker as well as we sleep. Okay guys, so we're gonna do something a little fun here. We're going to time it. So Dave's put 2 up. So we're gonna time it now. And I started the video, so we're at 8 seconds now. I don't know how to put the timer on. I'm not that good of a YouTuber.
And I'm not gonna try to rush this just to see if I can go fast. I'm just gonna go at a nice pace because you don't want to really rush these kind of things.
Right, so step 1, 2 inches off the side. We're gonna put it towards the front. Remember to make room for that battery. If you don't have that battery, I mean, you still want to go to the front, but I guess it doesn't really matter as much. All right, there's our timer.
All right.
I feel like it's 10 seconds off.
Next step is to take your clip. This is the front. You want to center your clip over the mark that you made at 2 inches and make sure it's out to the front of the window. This is for inside mount instructions only. You're going to draw a circle. That's where you're going to pre-drill. I just use the same clip because they're all the same.
So granted, these windows are 2 clip windows, right? The first we did a 3 clip window, so we're testing on most of our windows are going to be 2 clipped.
Re-drill your hole. Okay. Take your screw. I like to take the screw and just put it up through the clip first.
Good, we hit an anchor there, so less time. Like I said, those edges are probably going to be easy and anchored or into some sort of stud or something hard. Since there is only 1 screw there, you want to make sure that you get it directly straight before tightening fully. There's this battery's done right here, Dave.
All right.
Done battery.
So, got it right here.
So while we're timing the channels, right now we know this one is 6, this one is 4 over here, and then this one's going to be 5. So they are 3 different channels, but on the same remote. So 4, 5, 6 is what we got for upstairs. All right, so we're gonna install the battery here. How are we doing on time so far? All right, 2 minutes, 47 seconds, guys.
I've been removing the charging cord for the battery. I don't know if that's necessary or not, but I guess you could leave it on there if you wanted to.
So we'll just keep the charging cords in those all together. We don't know how often we have to charge. You know, if we're putting up once, twice a day, I'm assuming you don't have to charge that much. But we'll see. So we're just gonna clip it in.
Mom, I did it.
So you'll hear a little audible clip once it goes in. Thing kind of expands and puts in. And
Time.
what's the time? 3:37:54. Now if you had one with 3 brackets, let's add another, I don't know, 20 seconds just to drill a hole into it. But that's pretty good.
Where's the...
So that's it. So Dave set up the first one first for the video. I'm gonna be doing the rest in the rest of the house. And I'm gonna do a time lapse, kind of let you know what's going on with it. But we have 4, 5, and 6 here, and they're closing on me, so my light's gonna change drastically. But that was pretty simple. I mean, in a room like this, most rooms are gonna have 2. I mean, let's say 10 minutes per room. We have 12, so I have 9 more to do. If I can do it as quick or it goes as smoothly, I should be done in like 45 minutes to an hour, let's say. But you know, I'm just a photographer. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna keep this going and we'll touch base, show you guys everything at the end. And don't forget, we do have a coupon code in our description as well. So you guys can grab these for 5% off everything. And the best times to purchase, they said, are any holidays or events. So I would get on their subscription list and so forth just to figure it out. What else am I missing? Anything?
Side note.
Side
once
note.
these things are clipped in, if you don't get them exactly centered, they will slide from left to right once they're clipped in. So you can make any adjustments and get them evened up on the edges.
And they're super easy just to pull down if you need to. We pull down the first one just to see and basically just pull the clips back a little bit and then it just comes right down. So it's technically not permanently installed, only the brackets are installed. So way easier than anything else, and definitely do not need to hire a professional company if you don't want to.
Dad,
What?
I already did this. I did
Oh,
it.
thanks. You like them?
So satisfying how they fold.
And then if you have to drill a hole for an anchor in some of the middle ones, then you just use the 1/4-inch one. You have more of those little white anchors like you do.
Yeah.
How many more do you have?
Just a few, but I'm hoping that they work. I still have the metal anchors and all that stuff.
Where? I don't see one of those.
All right, guys, welcome to Jet's room, my son. So we have 2 windows here. This baby and then this tiny baby. I'm excited to do this because he's waking up way too freaking early. The sun comes into his room right when he wakes up. So I'm gonna be installing this all by my lonesome. Just a photographer using my father-in-law's tools. I do have tools, but he has everything out, so I'm just gonna use those. And hopefully I get it on. I have to work here in a few hours and I still have editing to do and all that stuff. So I'm eager to get it on. This doesn't have any pre-holes in there for me like before. We didn't use the same holes, but we did know it was about 2 inches apart. So keep the 2 inches there, drill, bracket, battery on. I think I'm gonna try to leave the, that other cord on that Dave took off just to see if it fits on the back. And if you can't see it, then that's cool. And that way we don't have to worry about it. But if you take it off, or just have extra just in case, because you always have to take the battery out, I think, anyways, and charge it. Unless you can charge, yeah, I would be the smartest. I don't think it would be smart to find a plug to plug it in, just in case. I mean, I don't know. You don't always have a plug by your window. For instance, this window doesn't have it, so we wouldn't really justify that. Time-lapse time. Let's make it happen. So upstairs is done except for one little one. They're taking me maybe 4 or 5 minutes to put up each time. So this room only had one. That's up and at 'em. Jetson's room has 2. So we got this one, but he also has this one. This one I need a little help on from Dave because we want to keep it on the inside. And what's happening is the lip is too small in here for me to put it because we built this custom piece right in here, so I have to figure out if I have room for that and the battery in the back, and I'm having him just do it because I want to do it. But yeah, this one was up pretty easy. Fits great, guys, but now it's make his room dark and it'll feel good. So we're gonna head downstairs now. We have a couple rooms downstairs I'm gonna show you guys. So we gotta get that big one. We gotta get that one. We gotta get those 2, and then one more in my daughter's room. We're not gonna do anything there, we've never had it. And that's it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to do, and we'll get it done. Hey. Hi, puppies. Hi, puppies. Hi, Ford. Nope, you stay down. So let's work on this one. Guys, that has been, it was fun. I had to take a break in the middle of the day, hence the clothing change you saw in the time lapse. And I came back and I finished the rest of them. We have one more we have to do, and that was the one in Jet's room that I have to figure out, and it's just due to our custom molding. So I want to figure it out before I start putting holes in it, but pretty much we have them all done. So you guys see the clothes ones behind me. These are one of the first ones that we started with that Dave helped us with. And we're super happy with them. We've been using them for about a little over 24 hours now, and the girls can use them easily. We have a remote up here. We have a couple of these things that came with the remotes as well that I'm gonna drill into the wall, and that way you have a place for the remote to kind of work out. One thing that I suggest though in the future, and we'll probably reach out to them, is that we probably want to get an extra couple remotes. There is an option for all on there to push them all up and down, which is kind of cool all at once, but like Jamie's room, she probably needs her own, otherwise she has to go outside to up or down, which isn't a huge deal, but it's more that convenience factor. And then maybe one day they'll have like a mobile app or something that they can use with that, which would be super cool. But really the remote is super functioning, it's super easy to use, and we're happy with it. They go up and down pretty well, so we're gonna shoot an email to the company and kind of let them know our thoughts on everything and thank them for that. But again, we have that coupon code in the description below. Check them out. It's a 5% on top of everything. I know we mentioned that a few times. And if you guys have any questions on these at all, please let me know. I will say that on average, every window had 2 brackets at least, 1 on each edge of the 2 inches, and then this big one had 3. I actually put 4 and a couple downstairs because the old ones that we had through Select Blinds had 4, but I didn't need 4, so it was just like extra security on there. And they go up pretty well. I haven't taken them down yet, and we'll have to see on how long those batteries work, but the batteries charge fairly quickly, or at least they come to us almost fully charged, and just kind of top it off a little bit. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let us know, and I'll throw descriptions for Lindsay and Dave below as well to get a hold of them if you guys need anything. Bye.